Good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another video. My name is ChiefTalk74, and let's get into this one then. So, this is my third time recording this intro. Yeah, pretty much, as you can see, we've already got the car in front of us that I was going to customize today. And that, of course, is the Ford Mustang from 1965, which you get by drifting for 300 seconds with any Ford. So I decided to do it in this car, which of course we customized last time out, so you can go ahead and check that video out if you want. Yeah, I decided, let's record a video. I was making this rap, and the way PlayStation 5 works with its recording is you have to record what you've already said and done in increments. At least I thought I did, and tested it just now before, and I realised if you double tap the button, it just records what you did last, like usual, like it did on the PS4, but the other way around. So rather than it starting and ending recording, you're just capturing what you've already done. But yeah, I did that. I did the 30-minute part, and it just had like half of it being me trying to customize this car with the thing and the intro, and all of the body modifications that I made to this car were gone. So here we are for a third time, because I tried doing this intro again, saved it for the 5 minutes, and it came back to me and was like halfway through me customizing this car again. So we're going to try this again, and hopefully I'll get it all in this sitting before I can throw it back to what I already have recorded. So here we go. This is the body kits for this car. This is what it looks like stock. This is what it looks like with the Alchemist parts on. And that's the Speed Hunters, but trust me, when you've looked at this 3 times, you know that it's the Alchemist parts. More Speed Hunters parts, more Speed Hunters parts, and more Speed Hunters parts, because this car is it's got body kits for both street and for off-roading, which is quite nice, I guess. So going to the customization, you have some headlight bars for off-road. If you want to make it a bit more of an off-roady car, you can have these headlight bar things, which look quite cool, I guess. You've got the tinted windows for myself, tint them black. You've got the hoods option, so you can either have the default flat one, the slightly raised one, or you can have the little scoop on the front. I decided to go with the little scoop. For the headlights, you can either have them as the basic round ones, the smaller round ones, or you can have them blacked out, and that is exactly what I did. Going into the grille, you can either have the badge on or the badge off. For the front bumper, there's quite a few options. That's the default one. You got some off-roady looking ones, and you got this street one, which I went for. There's splitter options to be chosen with, so I have gone for this one. I think this one is actually quite nice as well, so you could go for that if you like. Fenders, you have multiple different options. You've got the regular ones, you've got the more clean looking circular ones, you've got the bolted on ones for the Alchemist, and you've got the bolted on circular ones. So I went with the clean bolted on ones. These are the wheels that I've used, as you can see, for the wheel and the tyre. Side skirts, you've got the Alchemist, you've got the basic, you've got another Alchemist, you've got a Speed Hunter and another Speed Hunter, and I've went with the Alchemist one, which really lowers it to the floor, which looks quite nice in my opinion. You have got some more rear fenders, which again I've just matched the front with. So this is how it looks with the different fender options. Sorry if you can hear my voice starting to go. So it happens when we recorded for a third time. This is the options that you have for the rear lights. So I went with the more indented ones. Spoilers, you can have plenty of different spoilers. And I went with the ducktail because I thought it looked best here. Trunk lid is just changing it so it has holes in the back, which I didn't actually think was very nice looking, so I just stuck with the basic. Rear bumpers, again you have a lot of options here, and I went for this option which has sort of the curved edges, which I think looks better. Got a license plate with, well, a license plate's on every car, but you know, that's how I've customized it. These are the exhaust options, and I went rather bold with the exhaust option for this car. Decided to go with a bit more sticking out tips, I guess. And you got this diffuser as well that I've gone for, but there's a few other options. So that is my third time now explaining what I've put on this car. Hopefully, well, there's a ride stance, of course, which, you know, I just lowered. Camber is on, is, you know, not switched up. But yeah, third time talking about this car. So hopefully now I can turn it back to myself. Now that I have, you know, done the body, we've got a wrap on, which pretty much how it stopped recording, or it didn't record the front. The front of this video, oh my god, the start of this video, I'm losing my mind, is I was trying to work on the white lines, and yeah, I couldn't really do it. I couldn't really fit them together, so we've taken them from this car and then changed the colour to this lovely looking green, which I was actually surprised to use. I didn't really think about using this green, but yeah, I have in the end, so I think it looks rather nice. But yeah, time to throw it back to my first take, where I actually talked about the performance parts, the driving effects, vanity items, and all of that stuff. So yeah, pray for me, give me a like on this video because my voice is killing me. But yeah, over to the first take of me again. Also, just as a side thing now, I went to double tap to save the clip that you just saw, hopefully, but I realised that it only saves the last 30 seconds when you double tap the button, so now I have to sit here and wait for 15 minutes so that I can definitely be assured that my clip has been saved. So, yeah, thanks PlayStation for this. So yeah. Anyway, back to the future me now, for real. Alrighty, so yeah, I tried doing it myself, but the white stripe lines, but I ended up having to use this person's white lines and then just changing it back to the colour I wanted it in. So thank you, Artista Calenti. Sorry, I probably butchered the name, but yeah. So yeah, had a go at it, but was unsuccessful. But anyway, nonetheless, we've got the wrap now. It's looking very nice. Driving effect we want to change to a green. So what sort of greens we got? I think I'm going to have it in this. This looks quite nice. We'll put an underglow on since we haven't done that in a while. The green underglow and the exhaust. Sounds quite nice, but let's fix it to my liking. Alright, so here are my settings for the exhaust. I wanted to put the induction on a bit more muffled because turbos just, I mean, they sound quite nice, they're really nice sounding, but I don't know if it really works for a muscle car, especially an old one. So yeah, this is the sound we've got. Quite nice indeed. Now for the performance, I'm gonna, obviously, yeah, I'm gonna make this a B-class car, and I'm gonna follow a tutorial to how to make it good using a video made by a guy called Pappy Ramen. I'll show you guys what to equip. Alrighty, so we have built this car now, so here is what the guide has told me to do. It's said to stick with the basic V8 engine that is already in the car, which is quite nice because I like I like it when you don't have to change the engine, especially if it's a good engine as a V8. They've said to put the sport induction on to keep the ECU and the fuel system at the basic, the pro exhaust, the root supercharger in the sports, copper tier, I guess. Keep your basic nitrous at sport. Change your suspension to elite and road. You want to change your brakes to the sport version. You want to change your tires to the road version of the elite tier. You want to change your clutch to elite. You want to keep the 4-speed gearbox, and for the differential you want to have the elite differential, and then for your auxiliary I've put drift and grip, but wherever you think you make the most, you gain the most boost from doing that certain action, you want to equip there. He didn't actually go into handling, he just kept it as stock, so I'm going to put it in the neutral just so we have a bit of drift but a bit more grip than some others. Steering sensitivity will keep normal, and downforce I'm going to keep normal as well, since B class is a bit slower of course, so you do need some downforce, I'd say. I'm going to quickly go back and edit the license plate since the colour has sort of changed from what I thought it would be. So I decided to go for this license plate, which belongs to Vermont, which I can't remember if that's a state or if that's a place in Canada or if it's a place in America. I can't remember, I'm not from America, so forgive me if I've just ruined your hometown or whatever, but nonetheless, let's go on and hit ourselves into a playlist then. Alrighty, here we are then. For some reason it's decided to equip a different style, like boost style, to what I thought I was going to have, but oh well, I guess we're just going to have to deal with it now. But yeah, here we go, we've got 2 other people in the lobby. We've got a Golf GTI, we've got a Nissan of some sorts, I think. So yeah, we'll have to see how this Mustang fares against these guys. Already getting the switch back into first though, which is obviously a good sign. Though a bit hard to stop sliding then, but I'm sure that might have just been me. It's very close to these guys, definitely not them being walked away, which is a good sign. Oh, this guy up ahead here has had a bit of a crash, so we may be able to get first here. Finish line's really close. GTI's came out of nowhere though, he's taken the lead. Wow, that was a really close race there. A lot closer than I thought, but yeah, okay, so right now this car's feeling quite good. Definitely competitive, not being walked on like I would be if I was in the Plymouth Barracuda, if that makes sense. So yeah, already a better showing than the previous car that I've had, but God, that was a really close race. This is partly why I like B class a fair amount, is because the races are quite close, and if you've got a good car like this, then it can definitely be very close and quite enjoyable. But as we can see, it seems like acceleration is quite good for this car, and I didn't mean to do that, he sort of cut across me there. I think he wanted to get some nitrous, but oh, okay, that really kicked itself out there. I'm not sure if I like that too much. Again, this is my first time driving this car, so perhaps need some setup changes, like adding more downforce, something like that. but yeah, overall as a car, it feels quite nice. So definitely keeping these guys honest. Interesting that he peels off to get some boost here, actually. We are starting to max out here, so I don't know how this car will be for top speed, but oh, acceleration seems really, really good for this car. If it's able to do that, so you know, perhaps this might be another car which is better for corners. And as oh god, yeah, okay, and as you saw in between these rounds, you actually get to choose your car before you go into the circuit rather than having to stick with the same car for 3 tracks, which I think is quite nice, and I think it will make it so players start choosing different cars as the game gets older and people get more cars. I think people start choosing cars based on track rather than just based on you know, what's best for the overall 3. Instead, I think it'll be a bit more tactical, and perhaps you'll choose your corner car for a corner circuit. But yeah, Christ, we're all on 16 points going into the last race, so it's literally anyone's game here for who will win it and who will come second, who will come third. Alright, here we go. I'm starting in first for this last race, which is, I think it's good for me. I mean, we'll have to see, but yeah, good start there. Oh no, not a good start. Okay, just as I said it was a good start, have a bit of a spin out there, and that has really hindered me, so gonna have to play the catch-up game now here, because yeah, I think this car's quite nice, but it does tend to snap a bit, and grip sort of, yeah, like that, starts to slide and get away from you. So maybe that's my setup, maybe that's just this car's nature, but yeah, it's a bit slippy here and there. You can see that we're sort of losing, we're not really like losing time, we're not really gaining time either with this car, so we'll have to see what we can do about this, but it's not looking like it's going to be a win here. We might have to settle for third. Yeah, they're not going to make a mistake here, so yeah, overall I think this car's okay. It's an alright one, I think. It's not brilliant, but it's better than what I had, and I think it looks quite cool. But yeah, third in this speed list of 3 is not a brilliant showing, though part of it could just be me. Either way though, that is going to conclude today's video with this car, so if you did enjoy, go ahead and hit the like button, comment on anything you want to below. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you like all of my content. I'm going to be making sure to do lots of Need for Speed videos at the moment, at the least, because they're a lot easier to make, a lot easier for me to churn out for you guys. Thanks for watching, and yeah, till then, this has been Chief Dog 74. I'm going to go ahead and grind with this car to get our next car, the Mitsubishi Lancer. And yeah, till then, this has been Chief Dog 74. I'll see you guys next time.